Everyone, welcome to Global Online. As you are aware that for December 2023 cycle, we have started with preparation for paper 2 also. For paper 2, we have management topic, which we are going to conduct sessions on. And in this management topic, we will first look at the topic that is Unit 3, which is basically on strategic human resource management, strategic role of human resource management. And that's what the topic for today's session, which will be taken by me. So before we go ahead with the session and let's understand what does Global Online has to offer you for December 2023 cycle for paper 2 management. So we provide complete video lectures for complete syllabus, including complete notes, mock tests, previous year questions with explanation, and complete paper 1 free if you opt for paper 2. So in order to join the course, in order to get the further inquiry, you can get in touch with us on these given numbers. The fees for paper 2 is rupees 10,000, but we have a 20% off. So the fees is rupees 8,000. Now let's understand the topic for the day, and let's start with the today's topic. So as we said, we have the topic for the day is strategic human resource management. That is also called as strategic HRM. So now under strategic HRM, this is the first topic. So we are going to see what is strategy and strategic management. So let's start with this term. Before we start with the term, let's understand that human resources, okay, what exactly it is. So human resources isn't a thing we do. It's not an activity. It's the thing that runs our business, okay. So when we talk about strategic human resource management, what does it means that in a business, in any organization, HR department is now considered as what? It's now considered as an equal business partner for any organization. So like too often HR department is not seen as a relevant, or strategic when it comes to running the business. It means they do not get that particular importance. This couldn't be further from the truth. When given the proper tools and trust to be empowered and make decisions, HR can be one of the vital voice at the table. Now, basically, this indicates that HR today has, that much potential or capacity to stand with the other functions or other business, other departments, and can definitely share the responsibility. But HR does not have that much amount of scope, that much amount of tools or exposure for any business. So now the business has to consider HR department as a business partner and accordingly get the things. Okay, so for that, let's start now slowly, gradually. First, we will understand the term strategy in this topic. Then we'll see various types of strategies. We'll see the concept of human resource management and HR strategies, including the role of SHRM in strategic management process and the role of HR in formulation and implementation of strategy. So these are the points which we are going to cover in today's session. So now first we will start with the term strategy. So strategy, see, in easiest language, strategy is nothing but an action plan. Strategy is nothing but an tactic. Okay, strategy is nothing but according to Mintzberg, strategy is nothing but a plan, a pattern, a ploy, okay, a position and a perspective. Now, when we are talking about these points, try to understand. Henry Mintzberg has defined strategy in different ways. So according to him, strategy is a plan, as I said, an action plan, which will help you to get from one place to another place. That is from one corner to another corner, or from one destination to another destination. Strategy is a pattern. Okay, it means that it is an action over time. So, like for example, a company that regularly markets very expensive product using a high-end strategy. So that is nothing but a pattern of a company. Okay, strategy is a ploy. Now, when I say ploy, it is basically, to discourage, to influence the competitors. I've given an example over here. A grocery chain might threaten to expand a store so that the competitor does not move in the same area. So it is nothing but it is a ploy. It is a strategy. which is done in order to discourage the competitors. Strategy is a position which reflects, for a which it reflects decision to offer a particular product or services in the particular market. And strategy is a perspective. It's nothing but a direction or a vision. So yes, strategy plays an important role in the business organization in the form of plan, in the form of pattern, in the form of ploy, in the form of position, or in the form of perspective. Now, so if we summarize what is strategy and what objective it has. So basically it provides direction to the organization along with stability. It helps in determining the long-term goals. Now we know we have short-term goals and long-term goals. So yes, strategy helps to determine the long-term goals. It helps to prioritize the targets. It helps to execute the plans, whether it is a short-term plan, medium-term plan, or a long-term plan. It helps in facilitating decision, and it defines the code of conduct. It means that the work of the strategy is just not to do an action, but that action should have a direction. It should have a stability. It should have a goal, a purpose, an aim. It should have, it should be executed either in the short-term, medium-term, or long-term form. Yes, it should help in decision-making process, and it should define the code of conduct. Code of conduct, it means a business rule regulation which should be clearly mentioned. Now, let us take an example of with understanding a strategy. So here I have taken an example of Nykaa Mark. So if you see the strategy of Nykaa, which offers an omni-channel experience. Now, what is that? It means it gets into consideration all the ways through which they can attract the customers. Okay, either it is social media, either it is email marketing, digital marketing, either it is affiliated marketing, either it is website. So if you see, the strategy works from all the aspects, that is from all the form where they can definitely tap their customers. And even if it is in the form of cold emailing, okay, still the strategy is to make sure that it works out very well. Okay, now let's take the types of strategies. So we have how many types of strategies? We have 3 types of strategies. One is the corporate level strategy, second is the business level strategy, and the functional level strategy. So let's see corporate level strategy, what it includes, what does business level strategy includes, and what does functional level strategy includes. So one by one we'll go to all the strategies. Okay. So when we talk about corporate level strategies, it is the one which is designed by top management, okay, including your chief executive officers or your board of directors. The objective here is to ensure that, it helps to develop the business. Okay, it helps to ensure that the whatever objectives are set are achieved. So these type of strategies are futuristic. Okay, from futuristic point of view, innovative, pervasive in nature, which will help to take major decisions like merger, takeover, liquidations, and diversification. Such type of strategies work, in developing a business, in making the business fruitful, in ensuring that a business has a better future. Coming to your corporate level strategy, there are some questions which needs to be addressed. It means in this particular types of strategy, what are the things which are taken into consideration? So like, for example, if you're thinking about which business to enter, which organization to enter, what type of resources it needs, what type of strategy, diversification strategy if needed, what type of strategic alliance you can go for, what type of role, responsibilities, and objectives you need to think for your business. So if you see all the questions from the viewpoint of developing a business, from the viewpoint of enhancing the business growth, so all these are taken under the corporate level strategy. Okay. Coming to corporate level strategy, example I have given. I've quoted an example of Tata Group over here. I've quoted an example of Mahindra. So Tata Group, its future growth strategy is based on 4 themes. That is digitalization, new energy, supply chain resilience, and health. Supply chain resilience, it means to get back. Mahindra and Mahindra, this focuses on ensuring that, the business is investing in the business that has a potential market. So they want to invest in such business which will give them the potential. HDFC, if you take an example of, covering the larger geographical area, that is their aim, and that is what, their corporate strategy is basically based for or meant for. Next, we have is business level strategy. So now in business level strategy, it consists of individual strategies which are defined or designed by business heads. So strategic business units. Okay. So such type of strategies, they are more specific and action oriented compared to that of corporate level strategy. In corporate level strategy, futuristic points are taken into consideration, whereas action you will see more in business level strategy. So they ensure that their coordination is well established, their needs or the products are delivered well, they create a sustainable competitive advantage. Okay. Now these are the actions, or these things you can see in what? In your business level strategy. Okay. Now coming next to is your business level strategy examples. So if I quote business level strategy example, take an example of IKEA. Okay, the company invest in lot of automation, logistics and designers. One international company I've taken is Swedish based e-commerce company, that is Happy Socks, which focuses on differentiation strategy, that is product differentiation, so that they can come up with a unique feature of offering the products with reference to the fashion trends. So obviously, see, as I said, you have to focus on what? You have to focus more on action in your business level strategy. Okay. Then comes your last is functional level strategy. So in functional level strategies, you can see day-to-day activities which takes place. Okay. So resources for the operations, development, coordination is very important over here. It can be, functional level strategy has main objectives. Like, for example, it facilitates and coordinates the functional areas. It aligns each functional areas. So coordinating, like, for example, here I've came up with an example also. Different marketing activities, such as, like, take an example, promotion, advertising, marketing, research. This all needs to be integrated for implementing effective marketing strategy. So coordination with all of them should really work out, in the sense that it will help in carrying out different roles or functions in an organization. Then we have this concepts of strategic human resource management. Then we come to what? We come to the, after learning, after understanding what is strategy, after understanding what are the various types of strategy, we will come to the topic called as strategic human resource management. Okay. So now, when we talk about strategic concept of strategic human resource management, it is a process. See, we are talking about what? Strategic human resource management, the process of linking human resource function with strategic objectives. It means the HR department and the business together. If we combine them, we get something called as strategic HRM. Okay. So most, like, for example, I've taken some highly competitive organization as an examples, like FedEx, you take Google, you take Starbucks, you take General Electric, you take. They are successful in utilizing the potential of the employees by delivering, or which helps to deliver them, the excellent products and services. Okay. Organizational efficiency primarily depends on competencies of employees and ability of the management to properly utilize the human assets. Now, what is the important role in this strategic human resource management? It helps in organizational efficiency, that is efficiently working of an organization with, the ability to manage the things. So today, the organizations have started emphasizing on potentiality of their employees to deliver high quality products to gain competitive advantage. This is what it happens in the strategic HRM. So strategic HRM, basically, it has a balance between strategies and the HR department. So now togetherly, they will work in order to ensure that the business works well or works smoothly to get into, in the smooth efficiency, or to achieve the smooth growth of the business. And that's what strategic management, human resource management stands for. Now, let's, in case if you still are a little bit confused, so what I have done, I have distinguished between SHRM and HR strategies. So now we are looking at strategic human resource management as a new concept, and originally only HR strategies, how it differs. So that also I've given you an example over here. A general approach to strategic management. Okay. Strategic human resource management is an approach to human resource. Whereas when I talk about HR strategy, it is just, the outcome. So this is an outcome of SHRM. So unless and until this is not in place, you cannot see HR strategies, working out. They align with organizational intention. So organization plays, or organization is given an important role over here. Whereas here in HR strategies, the focus is on organizational intention, what needs to be done. So only, not from the entire departmental point of view, just what exactly specifically is needed. That's what is, that's what is considered over here. So your focus is on long-term people issue in SHRM. Here it is, focus is on a specific issue. So that is related to HR department. In SHRM, we defines the areas in which it specifies HR strategy. So along with everything, you also take into consideration the HR strategies, whereas in HR strategies, it is only related to HR decisions, that is human resource strategy decisions. In SHRM, focus is more on the micro concerns, whereas in strategic SHRM, decisions are built with the help of business plan. Okay, it takes into consideration what? It takes into consideration the business also. Then moving towards role of strategic human resource management in strategic management process. Now, what role it has to play? Now, what role SHRM has to play in strategic management process? So if till now, whatever you have understood, it's very clear that, they have to realize the objectives, that is the objectives which are predetermined, or which you can say the objectives which are basically preset. Okay. They have to formulate, they have to implement, they have to evaluate and control all the decisions. They have to ensure that wherever needed, the scarce resources are allotted or, are efficiently managed. Human resource and the top management work together to achieve the business objectives. So please try to understand, though we are talking about management process, okay, in SHRM, that is role of SHRM in management process, it will equally give importance to the business. Okay. At the same time, it will equally give importance to the department also, that is HR department. So here, if you see, the HR department and the business, they both are working in align to each other. That's what is the main role of SHRM. So that's, see, it's written very clearly, strategic, no? So you have to take the care of the business also. You have to take care of what? You have to take care of human resource management also. Okay. Now, further, like for example, how this will be helpful. So if SHRM plays an important role, or due to SHRM, a role in strategic management process, how it is going to be beneficial for the organization. So it will help in developing the high quality workforce. It will help in recruiting new staff with skills and abilities. It will help in reducing the staffs, by termination or attrition. It will provide training very well. So this all means business can work out in this forms. So business will get a good quality of workforce, people, okay, efficient people. Business will able to recruit the people with a best, strategy. So this is going to be beneficial. Obviously, if your people are in place, your business will be in place. Okay. Then terminations or attritions will be reduced. That will drastically go down. Training will be provided in an efficient way, so that, appropriate training is given to the people. According to that, they can work. Okay. So this is what is the plus point. Now, one example, I have given some examples also to support. So I've taken an example of Nestle. So Nestle is an human-centric company. Okay. It is reflected in its attitude or responsibility towards the community or the people. And it believes that people are most important assets. So see, if you see people, it means here they refer to employee. So human-centric company, so it means employees plays an important role. They have a right attitude towards their people, that is employees, and hence they believe that employees are the important assets. So if employees are in place, if you're taking care of them, automatically business is, is in the on the proper track or on the right track. Now, yes. Now, apart from this role, like, see, right now, whatever role we saw, you saw it was more oriented towards HR, right? But as I said, it's not only inclined towards HR, it keeps, it keeps a equal balance between HR and business. So from business point of view, yes, it also looks to the vision, that is, a long-term goal. So it takes care of this long-term goal. It ensures that, vision concentrate wealth. Okay, it helps to achieve the existence of an employee. It helps to look the employee forward. So this plays an important role. It means it is also thinking from futuristic point of view. Okay, now if for that, what they have to do, see, if you want to ensure the goal, you have to take care of your environment. So when you analyze the external environment, okay, obviously in order to make your organization work smoothly, you have to analyze the environment. So in analyzing the environment, what type of environment do you need to consider? You have to go for a political environment, economic environment, social cultural economic environment, technological environment, ecological and legal environment. So these are the environments which you have to take care in order to understand the external environment of your business. Now, why I'm saying external, because you have to analyze this, and accordingly you have to ensure that it is your organization is in on a proper track. Okay, now for this, now here, see, I've given an example over here. So for political, economical, socio-cultural, technological, ecological and legal environment, you will consider the example of what pestle. So how pestle has an impact on HR. So like the HR department is there to ensure the company is safe, okay, from legal consequences, or like, for example, no legal consequences are taken into consideration. It should help ensure that people, the new talent is accommodated well, it's located well, it's given, technology is in place. So basically, pestle will continue to change HR, and it needs to accommodate the changes in the workforce. So the only way it is, this can be done only if you have an equal impact or care for all the environment, whether it is political environment, whether it is economical environment, whether it is social or technological environment. Now, let us take an example of internal. So now see, you have to understand business, okay, with HR. So for understanding HR, we already did the points. For business, we understood that, okay, externally how you have to take care. Now let's see, internally also you have to take care. Yes. Now, in order to make your people work, they have to be comfortable not only outside the organization, but also within the organization. So for that, you have to take into consideration the internal environment. So in internal environment, look, the environment consists of things, events or situations that takes place inside the organization in the form of organizational capacity and resources analysis, core competency, competitive advantage. So these are the things which has to be looked from internal point of view, internally, so that the things are, things are properly on a smoother track. Then, yes. Now, by doing this all, that is having a tap on external environment and having a tap on internal environment, it means the organization will establish long-term objectives. So where it will define the relationship, provide the basis in order to make the decision, will help in building the vision and the mission, measure the performance of the organization and motivate the people. So if you take care of your business, okay, by external and internal environment, this is what you're going to get. At the same time, you're taking care of HR department also well, so your organization will smoothly function. Okay. Now, this analysis, okay, now what we summarize is generating, analyzing and selecting the strategies will help us to study the environments, will help us to study all the type of strategies, but help us to select, if we are selecting a wrong strategy, it will give negative impact. So this also we will come to know with the analysis process. And definitely this all will is important or is very crucial when we talk about the success of organization. Okay, so this all has to be in place. Okay, so this is all the impact by studying the role of SHRM in strategic management process. Okay, now what, like for example, implementing the chosen strategies. Now we know that, okay, we have implemented the strategies. So after implementing also, what impact it will make? Obviously it will help, it will help to get the desired results. It will help to achieve the objectives which are stated. It will help to plan the things, proceed the things and program the things well. It will involve proper actions, so this all things will be the outcome, or this will be the results, or this will be the outputs. Now, yes, after that, is it over? No, it's not over. Still, you have to evaluate and control your business. It means that you have to do a proper follow-up on a daily basis in order to understand your business. So like, for example, you have to ensure that, you whatever standards you have set, or whatever actual standards, or whatever corrective actions you have taken, those all actions are working into what? They are working into a correct form. So whatever your business is working for, whether your business is going good, whether your business is not going good, so it's very important that you evaluate and you take corrective actions. Corrective actions is nothing but it is a term or function of management which is called as controlling. Okay, now, so here till here we have very clear with everything. So just a second. Yes, so I am very sure that, okay, I'll just minimize the slides so that, I can just find out. Yes. Yes. So we can just, the last part, I mean to say, see, very well, I'll just go start from the start. Yes. So see, we have understood what is strategic, what is strategy. First of all, we have just taken a proverb. We understood what is strategy. We understood the concept of strategy with example. We understood the types of strategies, that is your corporate level strategy, your business level strategy, your functional level strategy. We studied very well them with the examples, all the strategies, and then we understood the concept of strategic HRM. So in strategic HRM, what we studied is, again here, we understood the meaning first, and then we first took the example of HR department. After studying HR department, we went to business. So how there is an balance, or how the things are taken care, that we studied very well. And at the end, we understood that this is not the thing. Okay, it's not only thing which needs to do. Definitely, there will be lot of, generating, analyzing, selecting the strategies, analysis will happen, controlling will happen. So this will help you to keep your business, efficient. Now, the role of HR in formulation and implementing strategy. So what does HR does is, yes, it helps in effective formulation and implementation of strategies. It will help in competitive workforce. It means your business will also be in place. Your people will also be in place. So this will have an impact on your business by attracting, appraising, retaining those employees which are good with their knowledge, skills, and abilities. So this is all, this is all possible if the things works out well. That is balancing your business as well as, balancing your people. Fine. So yes, now this is what we have for today's session. Now, those who are not aware, yes, Global Online also undertakes Paper 1 course, that is a Paper 1 complete course for December upcoming cycle, having daily live lectures, full syllabus notes, mock tests, MCQs. And in order to join Paper 1, you can also get in touch with us. In fact, if you take Paper 2, Paper 1 is free, but I've given you an idea, okay, what gets considered in Paper 1 also. Okay, so tomorrow we'll be meeting with the next new topic of strategic HRM. Thank you, everyone.